Hello, Hector. My name is Kayla, and I am a licensed professional counselor here at New Leaf. So I'm really excited that you're here today. I'm excited to get to know who you are. So what I want to do to start this session is I want you to kind of tell me who you are, what brings you into counseling, and we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, hi, Kayla. It's nice to meet you. Uh, my name's Hector. I'm 35. I'm married. I have a couple kids, a boy and a girl. And I'm here because I've been like going through physical therapy, and the social worker kind of recommended that I come here to deal with the injuries I suffered in a car accident a few months ago. So I guess that's why I'm here.
Okay. So you're referred to by your social worker at your rehab facility. So what happened like in your car accident? What kind of injuries are you suffering from?
Oh, I got hit by a drunk driver, T-boned, uh, just me and him, and messed up my leg really bad, messed up my arm really bad.
Mhm.
Was in the hospital for several months,
Mm.
and I'm just trying to like get back to normal, get back to life.
Okay. Yeah, that's rough. I could not imagine, especially, being hit and having your career basically taken from you. I could not imagine that.
Sure. Yeah, it was really tough. Like I work construction,
Yeah.
so I haven't been able to work. Uh,
Hmm.
it's been really hard for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So you're unable to work due to your injuries. Do you know how long physical therapy is going to last for? Kind of the process of that.
I don't like. I've gained some mobility back in my
Hmm.
leg and my arm, but I don't think I'll ever be how I was.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is you're injured and you kind of have fallen into some type of depression. It sounds like, right? Like you're kind of withdrawn. How are you like with your family? How are things with that? What's your home life like ever since your injuries have happened?
uh, I mean, my family's great. They're there for me. Like they were at the hospital all the time.
Hmm.
My wife she's a wonderful woman. It's just I feel like it's been very hard on her. You know, she's
Hmm.
had to handle the whole house herself. Money's getting tight, and I don't. I'm probably not a great husband or dad right now.
Hmm.
I don't know how to really explain how I feel. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's great that you're here because that shows that you are wanting to kind of overcome those boundaries and kind of become a better person for your family because you do think that they're in this hole without you being, able to do what you normally do, which is provide for them. So I think for us, we're going to kind of go over some goals. We're going to set some goals and we're going to kind of just try to accomplish those. And this is our first session together. So I don't want to get too involved. Okay. I want to kind of build like that therapeutic relationship with you. I want you to kind of know who I am. I want to learn more about you and just kind of build that bond with each other. And then as you continue to come back, you'll see a major change. And I'm super excited for you to be who you want to be for your family.
Okay.
Um, so what kind of things, what motivates you since you're not able to work as much as you were able to with your injuries? What motivates you? What do you still do to keep yourself kind of going in life? What do you do?
Well, I mean, I was at the hospital for months.
Hmm.
So I was doing therapy every day and had a lot of like interaction with nurses and PT people. And now I'm home, and it's like a shock to my system because I can't do what I could do before.
Hmm.
So I just kind of feel useless. And I just sit and watch TV in my basement. And I mean, that's it. Like, I don't go do anything. I don't see anybody. Like, I mean, I drink here and there, like have a couple beers at night to try to relax and keep my mind from running.
Okay. So you kind of are isolating yourself by you kind of hang out in the basement, watch TV, you're drinking.
I mean, yeah, I guess
Okay.
I don't look at it as isolating myself, but I mean, I guess my wife probably sees it that way. My kids might see it that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, before the session, we had you fill out an audit form, which is an alcohol use disorder identification test.
Hmm.
just to kind of see like where you're at with your drinking, because when people go through a traumatic event like this, people do, comfort their comfort is drinking, and that's okay. That's human. I guess that happens. So I wanted you to fill out that form just to kind of see where we're at with our drinking, because we obviously don't want to get more aggressive with it. If we're able to identify it now and kind of take control over it now, then it's going to prevent it from being worse in the future. Okay. So I had you fill out this form. 10 questions, basically just asking how, like, your drinking ability and what you do and how much you can handle. So you did score a 9, which is okay. All right.
Okay.
So I do want to go over this with you just to kind of educate you a little bit. So how often do you have a drink containing alcohol? Okay, you put 2 to 4 times a month. So I want you to kind of explain that to me. How, when you say 2 to 4 times a month, is that like a controlled drinking? Do you just have like 2 beers, like you said, in the basement? Kind of elaborate on that for me if you can.
I mean, I've always drank. Like we would go out and get dinner and have a couple drinks. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I drink a little more now, I guess.
Okay.
It just, yeah, I mean, I will sit down there and watch a game or something or Netflix, and the 2 to 4 might be on the low end, but I probably drink more than that. Like,
Okay.
I guess I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think the fact that you're able to admit to me that you do drink more than, 2 to 4, I think that that's great that you're able to admit that. Um, Another one, so how often do you have 6 or more drinks on one occasion? You put monthly. So is that kind of what you're talking about when you say the 2 to 4 might be on the low end, but 6 might be where you're actually at
Yeah,
when you do drink?
I guess. I mean, sometimes I guess sometimes I don't realize how much I'm drinking. Like I'll sit there with a 6 pack and it's gone, and I don't even like realize that I drank 6 or 8 beers in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I mean, I don't think I do that every day or multiple times a week, but yeah, it probably happens fairly regularly.
Okay. So you would say that you are drinking more now that you from your injuries than you were previous.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that.
Okay. Okay. So I think that what we need to do is we need to come up with a couple goals, okay? So we don't want to get in this habit of drinking to numb your pain because that's easy to do. So what we're going to do is we want to come up with a couple goals, and
Drinking is like the only thing that makes my mind stop running and working, and I feel like it relaxes me.
yeah.
That's the only reason I do it. I don't do it because I need it or anything. I mean,
And so does your family, does your wife, how do they feel about it? Do they feel like it's starting to become an issue?
I don't think my kids necessarily notice anything different.
Okay.
My wife has mentioned it to me. Yeah,
Okay.
I think she's just very worried about me
Hmm.
and worried about us and everything. She's got a lot on her right now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, she's brought it up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that
So what is a 9? What's a 9 mean? I don't understand.
so basically what we do when we look at these scores, so if you score 8 or more, it puts you in the risk of like a hazardous drinker or harmful. So just it basically means that you are at a risk of hazard with your drinking. Okay. And so we want to prevent that. So that's why we're going to come up with a couple goals and coping mechanisms to kind of reduce your score level and to kind of get you drawn away from alcohol, because with what you're going through with your tragic moment at work, how you got hit by the drunk driver, you have a lot going on, and so you want to cope with alcohol because, like you said, it numbs your pain, it kind of blurs it out, and you just like to do that. You like to isolate yourself in the basement, have a couple of drinks to yourself, and that's okay. That's a coping mechanism that people do. But what we want to prevent is from getting so severe to where we're here versus where we're at now, and we lose all of our relationships, we lose our family, we're unable to get jobs, because that can happen when you're at this level, when you score this high on an assessment test. Okay. So I want you to kind of explain to me, who are your peer supports? Like, who do you look up to the most? Kind of elaborate on that. Who can you reach out to for motivation and support if you have to go to them?
I mean, obviously, my wife, she's always there. She's always asking me, "Am I okay? Do I need anything?" Like, I guess my parents and my brother have reached out to me. I just don't really want to talk to them.
Okay.
Uh, my kids are, I wouldn't say they're supports, but they're like, they make me feel better, you know?
Mhm.
I would say my main, I have a couple friends, but like the only people I've really been around are my wife and my kids. I just don't want to see anybody. I don't want to do anything. I don't want visitors. I
Mhm.
just don't want any of that.
Okay. So it sounds like you have a great support system. It really does. You have people who love you, it sounds like.
For sure. Yeah.
And okay, and you just kind of are in this moment where you just don't have the energy to like interact with them.
Yeah. Basically, I don't want to explain my story. I don't want to explain my feelings. I don't want to explain what's hurting.
Mhm.
I, I just want everybody to act like nothing happened.
Okay. And I feel like, with knowing how big of a support system you have, it's hard for them to act like that, to act like nothing happened, because they do love you and they don't want to see you so hurt and so sad. And so it's hard as a family who actually loves that person to just ignore it and brush it off because they love you and they don't want that for you.
I know, and I agree. But
Hmm.
like I'm the man. Like I'm the provider of the household. Like I'm supposed to be the one that people come to when they need something.
Hmm.
And I'm supposed to be the rock. And I'm not supposed to need all this help or all these people.
Hmm.
I guess that's just the way my culture is and I was raised.
Definitely. No, and that is amazing that you have that expectation of yourself. I think that motivates you to be who you are, and it seems like you're a wonderful guy. You just had something happen to you that you don't really you can't accept, because it's like, why did this happen to me? And so because of that, you you're just kind of like all over the place right now, right? Like, so we need to come up with a goal and we need to accomplish that goal.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Like,
Sure.
if we make up a few goals, like, if so, what I want to know from you is like, are you accepting, are you willing to change? Do you feel like your behaviors are to the point, like you're drinking? Do you feel that you're to the where you need to actually like get help and change?
I mean, I know I'm not how I was,
Okay.
at least to my family, to my
Hmm.
kids. So yeah, I mean, I see that there's an issue. My drinking, I don't think that that's an issue,
Okay.
but I mean, I don't want to feel this way forever.
Good. Okay. So it sounds to me as if you are willing to make the changes, and so by doing that, you're gonna continue to come see me. And
I mean, this is like I've never been to a counselor or a therapist or anything before.
right.
Like this is not something that I am like comfortable really with.
Hmm.
It's hard as like a man to
Hmm.
come just tell you how I feel.
Yeah. No, I could imagine. I could not imagine feeling that way, because I feel like for us women, it's easier and like we're more accepted and where people accept us more to come to counseling. And so I could see how you feel like you are uncomfortable and it's hard for you. It's a lot to take in. It's a whole new process. It's something you've never experienced before. And
Yeah.
so, that's why each session we're gonna like get to know each other more. We're gonna build that therapeutic bond. You're gonna get comfortable with me. I'm gonna get comfortable with you. And my goal for you, to help you, is for you to just open up and like to pour your heart out and to not even think about, oh, I'm in counseling, I'm a nobody, because this is good for you. This is good for a change. Okay. So I just want you to have that in the back of your mind. Don't think that you're a less of a person because you're here with me today, because you're not.
Right.
If anything, it shows that you're brave. It shows that you're willing to make that change in your life, and that you are accepting of who you are now is not who you used to be.
Right.
And so to me, that shows that you are ready to like make a change. And I'm super excited to work with you. I think that we have a lot of good things ahead of us. So I don't want you to think that you're a nobody, because that's not true. Okay.
Well, I told my wife I would come in here with like an open mind and be honest with you. I promised her I would do that. So I am
Awesome.
going to try,
Awesome. I
but
love
it's
that.
it's hard.
And that's why I'm going to be here with you every step of the way. You're not alone. Okay. You know that you have your support system at home. You have me as your counselor. So you're not alone. So don't ever think that this is too hard for you to handle, because it's not. Okay. You can do it. You can get through this. So, what I want to do now is we're going to kind of set a couple goals here. Here's your pen.
Okay.
So, let's set a goal on your personality. What's your goal for yourself for home, like your home life? Okay, so you said that you said like you and your wife are kind of not as engaged in each other because that it's tense and just kind of dramatic, because but you're taking the blame for that, right?
Well, yeah, it's my fault. I mean, I can't do what I used to do. She I
Mhm,
she's going to have to go get a job, or she wants to, and I don't want her to,
mhm,
because now they're saying I can't work, and
mhm,
it's just it's going to be a lot different, and I don't it's hard for me to accept that
mhm.
if I have to.
Yeah, and that totally makes sense because, like you said, your cultural background, you are the man, you're the one that has to work. Your wife isn't supposed to work. So I guess I kind of want to know really quick before we set the school, how is your wife adjusting to this? Is she okay to go get a job? Is she like
She's been all she'll do whatever. She's been fantastic.
that's awesome.
I just don't want her to have to do that. I don't know how to like
Hmm.
explain like how I feel in here to you, but like yeah, she's willing to do whatever. She's been so helpful. Honestly, it makes me like I wish she wasn't as helpful sometimes. Like
Hmm.
I just want it to go back to normal, but maybe it won't.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Okay. Well, I think that we have a great start with all of this information that we've shared with one another, that you've shared with me. So I think what we need to do now is let's go ahead and set that goal. So I want you to make a goal about your personality at home. I just want one goal. So, not be in the basement as long at night or interact with the family at dinner. Just set a simple goal, and then we're going to reflect on it. We're going to come up with the ways to accomplish that. And then I want to hear about it in the next session.
Yeah, we used to do like a Thursday night game night, and
Okay.
we haven't done it for months because I haven't wanted to.
Okay.
So I guess my goal would be to do that this week maybe, and
Awesome. And do you
yeah,
think that you can do it?
yeah, I can do it. I just haven't made myself.
Okay. I think that's great. I think
Yeah.
that's a great goal. I think that's a
Okay.
great start. I think that's a great start. And
Yeah.
I think the fact that you're able to admit that you think you can do it, I don't see why you couldn't. That's awesome. Um, all right, so let's set another goal. Let's set a goal for your injuries. Okay, do you want to maybe you want to take rehab more serious? Maybe you want to be more motivated with it.
Yeah, I mean they give me like exercises to do at home. I
Hmm.
guess I could do those more. I just I go to PT now. I was in the hospital, so now I go to PT like
Hmm.
twice a week,
Mm.
and they give me exercises to do at home. And
You're
I'm
just
just
tired.
tired. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, and I think that is an okay feeling to be, because honestly, who wouldn't be tired? That's a lot. That's a lot to take on,
Mhm.
Especially you were in the hospital for so long. You just want to be done with it. I mean, I couldn't even imagine doing all of that. So yeah, I think to prolong this performance, I think that, you know, doing what they tell you to do at home will help you in the long run. It'll help those injuries heal quicker and help you get back to where you used to be.
Yeah, I can try to do my like band. They give me band work to do. I could try to do band work at
Yeah.
home.
Okay. So
Yeah.
even maybe when you're watching TV down in the basement and it's a commercial break, just get those bands out and do a couple. A
Mhm.
couple is better than none. You can
Okay.
think of it like that. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So I think this is a great start. And like I said, this is our first session. We don't want to go all out. But I'm super excited to work with you and to hear how these goals go, if you accomplish them or not. And if you don't, it's okay. It's okay. Don't think because I didn't meet this goal that I'm even more worse than I used to be. Okay. So,
Okay.
all right, Hector. Well,
Well, thank you for meeting with me.
yeah, definitely.
And I guess we're supposed to meet like every 2 weeks. They're
Yeah,
saying. So,
yeah. So if that's cool with you, if you're ready to do that, we can definitely set you up for a couple weeks from now, and we'll go from there.
yeah, I mean, I promised my wife I would give it a shot, so I will come back and I'll try to do this stuff and hopefully things start turning in the right direction.
Yes, and I really think that they will. I feel like you're very motivated. So I think that I don't think I know. I know when clients come into me and they seem motivated as you, changes happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So all right, well we'll get you scheduled out. Go ahead and head out to the front desk and they'll get you scheduled out for the next session. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
All right,
I appreciate
Hector.
it.
All right. Nice meeting
All
you.
right. Have a good day.